that I barely freaking talk to, like she's a friend of a friend. She was talking about, no, she's wrong. No. Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be, what am I doing today? Today I am trying to do like kind of like the UK, you know, a little baddie black girl makeup look while I talk about my journey with my natural hair. After I prime, I take some setting powder. Let me do it like an OG. On like my T-zone with a beauty blender. If you want to do like a no foundation look with just concealer, I would just literally only use primer. And realistically, I'm not going out today, so I'm probably going to use the setting spray very sparingly because my setting spray is getting lower and lower. So much to discuss on this topic of natural hair. But yeah, I feel like my thoughts are gonna be fairly jumbled because there's literally like a million directions that I could go with this little combo. But first, I guess I'll start off about me personally, and then I guess I could contextualize it a little bit in society. Okay, I am gonna actually do my eyebrows. I'm gonna actually try to do my eyebrows this time. Like, I low-key stopped doing my eyebrows for like the past couple of months because like I used to do and I used to eat. Like, I'll put some photos. I used to do and I used to eat, but it's just so time-consuming, and I don't think it's worth it. All the pain and the struggle. I attended a PWI. That is a predominantly white institution basically all my life. So even now, the college that I'm at, it's a lot more diverse, but it is technically a PWI. So yeah, like I was about to say I grew up on a lot of self-hate, which like sounds crazy, but it's kind of the truth. A lot of times I like to do like a little fake psychological talk. So obviously, I don't know if you have a degree and you know better, you can correct me. But I just like to be talking because like I observe things and I'm like, like what is society? You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like when you're in an environment where there's not really anybody like you, it's hard to feel comfortable in your skin because even if like you're around the nicest people ever, you don't see people that look like you succeed. So it's kind of like a little myth, or you don't really see them praise. So you're like, I don't know. And on top of, you know, America be doing their dirt. We all know. On top of, you know, like the little not so little racism and microaggressions and all that. It's just like, it's not a conducive environment for you to feel most comfortable in your most natural form. That's what I will say. And so with that, I'm so scared for my eyebrows now. I'm scared. Did I eat or did I eat? Hold up, I'm at 8. Hold on. But yeah, growing up in that kind of background, and my family's immigrants. So my first instinct is like kind of try to blend in. You know, there's a lot of new stuff going on. And, you know, obviously on my part, you know, can't really do much about the skin color, but, you know, if there is something that's not like the people around you that you can't hide, you do kind of want to lean into that. So with my natural hair, I wasn't really encouraged to be natural. And yeah, I kind of just didn't want any problems. I didn't really want to be different. I also saw how, let me be real. I also saw how people were being treated with like shorter hair or tighter curls, you know, 4C. And I'm like, okay, people aren't really like treating them good or boosting them up or even like just treating them like even, like just literally just not. So I was like, okay, luckily my family, we know how to do braids. And so I would just, you know, always be doing braids. But the gag, I think the biggest gag is the braids did not look good. It would be like huge and like, and with that, trying to hide myself so much, I didn't learn how to take care of my true self. I feel like that's a gem. I feel like that's a gem. But genuinely with being like, oh, my hair needs to be in braids, my hair needs to be in braids, blah, blah. I didn't learn how to take care of my natural hair. So like, even if tomorrow I was like, oh, okay, I do want to show my natural hair. I don't know how to wear it. I don't know how to style it. I don't know how to do nothing. So I'm in trouble. So that was its own plethora of problems. But yeah, all of that was fine and dandy until the pandemic happened. And then I was like, I had my little like awakening. I had my little crisis. I'm like, who am I and who do I want to be? Because listen, that pandemic really, you know, good but bad, bad but good, shout out. But it just put a lot of things in perspective for me because I was like, who do I want to be? And also, how come like just my most basic, normal, natural form is offensive or like not attractive or not accepted, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why is this a thing and why am I letting it be a thing? And obviously a lot of it is systematic, so it wasn't me letting, but also to a certain degree, I was caving a lot. So I was like, I feel like there's something that I can do. And I was just, during the pandemic, I was just all about like, being genuine to myself. So like I was figuring out like, what do I want to major in? Like, what do I want to grow up to be? What kind of colleges do I want to be? What kind of friends do I want to have? Blah, blah, blah. During the pandemic was the first time I like actually wore my hair out natural on purpose, and not just because like, oh, I didn't get my hair done in time, now I have to go out natural. So during the pandemic, I made like a conscious choice in between each hairstyle for at least a week. I was going to go natural, and not even like big puff, like literally just wash hair, comb out, and I'm out. And that, guys, that was so therapeutic because nobody did anything. Like all my big fears that I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna wear my natural hair and I'm gonna walk out and they're gonna get me and tell me I'm not pretty and blah, blah, blah. Nobody did a damn thing. Baby, I walked in that school and it was, hello. As I continued to do it and I just realized nothing was happening, I was just like, fear's an illusion. Fear isn't real. But no, seriously, I was just like, I don't know, all these bad things that I thought were gonna happen to me, or like me doing this simple act of wearing my natural hair, which I was like, oh no, I can't handle. I can, and I'm fine. And it helped me, literally, it genuinely did help me grow as a person, because yes, it's just hair, but also I don't believe that it was healthy for me to be so ashamed of a part of my physical identity, which I could not choose or could not change for so long, because for so long I was like genuinely ashamed to wear my natural hair. And now I just like, and yeah, that pandemic helped me so much, and especially going to school at a PWI, baby, because they don't look like me. So if I could wear that with courage around them, I was like, yeah, I can like do anything. And I kind of felt like Superman. And obviously, like, because realistically, like, I'll keep my braids in for a month and then wear my natural hair for a week. So time-wise, I usually have braids in longer than my natural hair. It still is a little bit off, but it's getting so much better. Like, I'm low-key almost at 100. Yeah, so instead of like getting reprimanded, I just like, it helped me so much grow, and it helped me feel comfortable in myself. And if anything like that, like when I actually would get compliments on my natural hair, and like, I promise you, like when people would compliment me on my natural hair, like my heart would swell. I'd be like you, because it's like, you actually like me, and like, you're telling me that like how I come naturally, just like how I come out, how I look, like it's not a bad thing. And for so long I genuinely believed that was a bad thing. So I'm gonna go in with the don't hurt 'em, don't hurt 'em. With that little natural hair journey, it was great, but also it made me question a lot of things, like why it was such a big deal to begin with. Even with my twists, like this is the first time I did mini twists and like wore my hair out, because I always thought this hairstyle was like, oh, it's gonna make me look like a boy, blah, blah, blah. Like for a long time I was like, oh, my hair's not long enough, I can't do much, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, having a lot of Black friends and like whatever, going through my own little journey and being around them, it just makes me question a lot, and it makes me very retrospective and introspective. I don't know if I use retrospective right, but I don't know, it just makes me question like how and why somebody in their truest form is not accepted, and why that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's just okay for Black women to have to line up their hairstyles months in advance. So after this hairstyle, it's this, and after this hairstyle, it's this, and like, that's normal, while somebody else gets to just wake up. And this is like not to drag anybody down, but this is just like, I feel like a lot of questions that were racing through my mind, and that I'm always kind of like, when are we gonna really get to the bottom of this? Like, how come Black people can't wake up as they already done? I feel like there are a lot of answers to that question, and it's like super multifaceted and like way bigger than me or my friends or what I've been through. And yeah, and even during my little natural journey, I did get some pushback, but you'll be interested to know who the pushback was from. Okay, my lips are dry, I'm not used to that. But basically, luckily, it wasn't what, like, during the pandemic, nobody cared. Everyone was in their own world. And I'm so happy that that's when I first went natural, because like, there was literally no pushback. Like, nobody cared. It was the pandemic. We're all zombies here, whatever. But like, after it, you know, when people are kind of getting traction, kind of being more, what is it called? Observant, or, you know, like caring about petty matters again. You know what I mean? This Black girl that went to my school that I barely freaking talked to, like she's a friend of a friend, she was talking about, no, she's wrong. No, y'all, this situation is actually so wrong. there was a white girl and there was a black girl. So with the white girl is gonna be Abby and the black girl is gonna be Stabby. I don't know. So me and Abby have this class together, and like obviously we're not besties, we don't talk outside of school, but we chit chat in class, cool. Stabby, like I said, I literally don't talk to that girl. Maybe I would talk to her a couple times in passing period. Abby was friends with Stabby, and they were at a football game, and Abby was like talking about something about me. And mind you, I don't trust Abby either because baby, I'm not slick. How were they talking mess about me to you? And she didn't even give me the full story. So I'm like, girl, you were talking that mess. So Abby tells me about this to be messy and then tried to pretend she wasn't. She's like, oh, I was talking to Stabby at the football game and I mentioned, my name's Miracle. Like whatever, it's not to brag, but that's not a common name. So you're either you know me or you don't. So she said, what do you call it? Abby was like, oh, and I was talking to Stabby and I brought up your name and I was like, oh, Miracle. And Stabby was like, oh, the bald-headed Miracle. I'm gonna insert a picture of what my hair looked like at the time, but like younger me, that genuinely would have been my worst fear. Like luckily I was at a point where I was confident and I'm fine and okay or whatever, but like if that had happened to me in like middle school or something, like that literally would have been my worst fear. I was just like, for what? And you know me personally, so you even adding, oh, the blank blank Miracle is extra. What other Miracle attended that damn high school? Like, are you? No! She did me so foul. Because I was not a petty person or like crap talking people or in drama. So you genuinely did that for no reason. So no, I'm still bitter about that one. But anyways, that happened. And like I said, luckily it happened much later when I was much more confident. But genuinely, like if something like that had happened when I was younger, I would probably go home and cry about it. And obviously like when I was younger, like elementary school, there were comments about my natural hair. I don't know, maybe the white people are just quieter. I was really thinking about this the other day. This is a real good think piece. When like black people are like roasting other people, the first thing that other black people, the first thing that they go to is like aggressively black features. So you know how black people will talk about other people's nose and be like, oh, your nose is big? That's an African feature, like that's a black feature. Or be like, oh, your hair is short, your hair is nappy. Like denser hair, curlier hair is a black feature. So I don't know why that's like people's go-to. But I'm not a therapist, that's not for me to find out. People who would like talk about my hair the most were black people. Like I genuinely cannot remember a time a white person was like, said anything other than, oh, your hair's cool. Like what else they be saying? But no, and I went to a PWI, so there was white people on top of white people, so they had opportunity to do it. And I don't know, I'm not the bitter type. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, so I don't like black people anymore, or I don't trust black people anymore, because they did this. Because I've met so many phenomenal black people, but I just think it's very interesting. And I think a lot of people really need to think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. I just feel like it's super thought-provoking. And I think once I got like comfortable with my hair out and my natural hair out, and which like I said, it's still a journey, but I'm definitely like way, way, way better than I was. Like my thing is I just like wanted it for other people. And I'm like literally like, how come like genuinely just the way I am naturally it has to be something bad? Like that's really unfair. That just seems unfair. And baby, I'm all for equality. So yeah, that's basically my journey with the hair. I'm so 2008, you so 2008. My goal is to like in a couple of years, because still I do want to grow out my hair a little more now that I've learned how to take care of it. Because also another thing is when I was younger, I genuinely didn't know how to take care of my hair. And like people learn from experience, and especially with my parents and my family being immigrants, I think like when you're fresh here, standing out is such a scary thing. You just want to be safe and you want to be successful. And so the easiest way to do that is to assimilate. But yeah, let's talk about texturism and lengthism, if that's a word. But yeah, the whole, like I said, like the whole bald-headed thing, I don't know, it's just so underwhelming. And it's even more underwhelming when men do it, because I'm like, why are you competing with me? Like, are you okay? Okay, if you Rapunzel, then go get locked in your tower. When dealing with hair, or just when dealing with most things in general, the most important thing is health. So if my hair is short and healthy, then it could be even better than someone who's long and fried. And like I said, I feel like hopefully nobody takes what I'm saying the wrong way, but like none of what I'm saying is to make people combative, but it's literally just to make people think, because people need to think about stuff. But yeah, like the whole length thing is really frustrating, because realistically it is targeted more towards a certain demographic. Like you guys do mean that. All those comments are more towards darker women and are more towards women with coarser hair. When that thing happened with Abby and Stabby, I wasn't really heartbroken about it, but still something in me felt like I had to prove myself. And I was like, girl, like, I didn't talk to that girl. Baby, you will never hear from me a day in your life. But yeah, I didn't talk to the girl, but I still felt like I had to prove something. Like, even if I was, baby, even if it was shaved to the bone, like, I don't understand the point of highlighting that. I still look better than you every day. Bald, fade, waves, everything. I'm eating you up. But no, it's just like, ugh, like, it's so yuck. And also with texturism, the whole fight to always have defined curls. Who am I fighting and what am I fighting for? But yeah, it's petty and it's frustrating. Even with the people who like try to be nice about it or natural hair that like approach it in like this super exaggerated way, like, oh, making this black melanated queen, oh, I see the afro. That's annoying too. That's frustrating and it's too damn much. Like, just act normal. It's not about our hair being considered the best or whatever. It's just about like, act normal. But with hair, I just feel like it's so unfair that I'm not able to exist as me. Like, that's just messed up. And there's so much that comes with it and it's so frustrating. Just more formal events, or even like simple, that little weak discussion that everyone had with the birthday dinner, talking about, oh, you weren't braced for your birthday, you have to get a buzz for your birthday. First of all, you sound stupid. But I do know that is some chronically online takes, but I don't know, you sound dumb. Whatever hairstyle you have on your birthday is the birthday hairstyle, babe. Like, once it hits that day and that hour that it's my birthday, that's the birthday hairstyle. Congrats. You know, like the whole concept that like natural hair can't be a formal hairstyle, it's just so much. Like, it is so much to freaking deal with for no reason. And yeah, if I think of anything else, maybe I'll add to it, but yeah. Okay, with this whole UK makeup look, I kind of clickbaited you because I don't really know what the difference is. I tried to use like the lighter concealer, but I don't know, man. Hey. My biggest takeaway, what I really wanted to get out is that, yeah, Black women deserve to feel comfortable as they are. I think it's super unfair that people kind of try to force this whatever look, lifestyle, whatever on a lot of people. No, but this HD powder in photos, baby, it'd be making me look HD. I would encourage people to be thoughtful and be deliberate about their actions and the comments that they make. To you, it may be funny, which usually it isn't. Genuinely, like, I haven't heard a cliche short hair joke that actually made me laugh, but that's just me. It's really just a low blow when you're not funny. But no, I don't know. Maybe you find it funny, but it can affect people. Yeah, be conscious about the way they go things and the way that it could affect people, because I don't know, your kids are gonna have pretty nappy hair too. What you gonna do then? But yeah, even going out with these twists was such a big step for me, and it just made me so happy that like I genuinely went outside with it and like wasn't like shaking in my boots. Like, I was just normal, like I felt normal. And yeah, that just makes me so happy because I'm getting better and better. My goal is honestly in like maybe a year or like 2 years, as I continue to learn more about my natural hair, to be completely natural, or not completely natural, but like instead of like a 4 weeks, what am I saying? 4 weeks protective style, 1 week natural hair, maybe do like month natural hair, month protective style, you know what I mean? Like a lot more on and off. And maybe even from there, I'll transition to completely natural. But yeah, I'm super proud of my progress, and I just wanted to shout that out, basically, you know, brag on myself a little bit and just let people know, like, other Black girls, whatever, to the 2 people that watch, or a million people that watch, who knows what life can bring. But yeah, like, you're allowed to be your natural self. Nobody is allowed to take that away from you, babe. You need to, okay, you need to walk out every day eating up just because you, because that's unfair. That's really unfair for someone to take like the most basic level of that away from you. That's unfair. And no, I'm not living like that. Thank you. That is all my motivational speaking for today. Now let's try to finish this makeup look and see how I'm feeling. Also, with Instagram, yes, my photos always do better when my hair is done. But also my photos always do better with makeup too. So I don't know. Like, whatever, life would be great if everything was equal, but I don't really blame Instagram that much, or social media. Well, social media does its thing, but like, as for like the whole views part, I'm not really as mad, because like, it's Instagram and you pick what you want. So I think that's your business. If that's what you want to see, go off. But for me, it's just like base level existing. Not being allowed to exist, or like someone's just gonna tear you down for that, or like rude comments, you know what I mean? Like, if a post doesn't get as much traction, okay, but like if there are rude comments, that's unfair and you should not be doing that. I really only highlight my nose usually. Bye, I'm cute. Bye. I'm not really a big contour girl, mainly because I don't have liquid contour. I have powder, and like powder's way harder to control than liquid, so I'm like lashes too. I be giving up. Like some of this makeup stuff is hard and I don't want to do it. Well, I feel like makeup's just different for everyone and should be like based on the person's face and what they like and blah blah blah. And I like my face. But yeah, I don't be wanting, recently with my makeup, I don't be wanting to do anything, to be honest. This is work. And I don't like doing work. and I was not made to work. That just made me feel like such an it girl. Like, it's drastic, but it's like, I be wanting to blink slow with lashes and like pretend I'm in an edit. I'll be like, let me put that one on. I think I'm gonna try to use this for lip liner because I need to replace mine, but. No, but like, I love lashes, baby. It's low-key worth the trouble. Like, who am I? I'm going to blink slow. Who am I? Don't play, don't. Like, who am I? Fine. Anyone actually know how to like, well, obviously people, okay, bro. Obviously people know how to do it, but like, I feel like anytime I try to like look at an attractive guy, I just lose all my courage. And like, I just either look at them for 2 seconds or look away, or I'm just like giving them like this stare. And my face is not happy. So I don't know how people be doing it. Shout out. I'm gonna go in with the don't hurt them, don't hurt them. Okay. Oh, don't hurt them. Oh. Okay. Now who am I for real? Now, don't play. Don't. Yeah. Wow. Seasoned. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna start posting twice a week. So reaction videos on Fridays and then other content on Tuesdays. So